On this week's episode of The Fizz, it is dominated by Detroit Lions domination talk as they beat the Baltimore Ravens 38-30 on Monday Night Football in Baltimore. An amazing game, and we definitely talk about it. But there's a lot of other topics we get into as well. We got some good news with the gang. Producer Mike is engaged, married. We'll find out. We'll tell you on the show. Lou's heading down to his bachelor party in Myrtle Beach. We talk about that. We have a depressing Detroit Tigers update. We talk Ryder Cup. We talk Detroit Tigers and their free fall. And then we get into a little over-under. But before we get into all of that, I want to tell you about our amazing sponsor, Antonio's Cucina Italiana. They have locations in Dearborn Heights, Farmington Hills, Canton, Dearborn, and Livonia. All of these restaurants are spectacular, and they serve up the most amazing Italian food that I've ever had. They are my favorite Italian restaurant ever in the world. I've been going there since I was a kid, and they have been making food for over 60 years, family style. They have worked preparing fresh, authentic Italian dishes, including sauces, soups, and stuffed pastas. And then, of course, they have pizzas, calzones, and their famous baked bread. I'm telling you, if you guys want some Italian food, this is good for date night. This is good for family night. This is good for a carry out. This is good for a quick meal. It is awesome. They can serve you any way you'd like, and they have a ton of options. I personally like the pastina soup, the gnocchi, the garlic bread, and I'm telling you, instead of bringing a pizza to your next football watch party, bring one of these steak and cheese calzones from Antonio's Cucina Italiana or Roman Village in Dearborn. All fantastic locations, all fantastic restaurants by a fantastic family. So go check out Antonio's or Roman Village, all the locations I mentioned. You're not going to regret it. But now, let's get into the Fizz. Hello and welcome to episode 201 of the Fizz. I am here with the main men, Channy Football, Ice Cold Brew Lou, and we are a buzz after yesterday. Fellas, how are we doing?
Doing good, baby. Good to be back in action. It is officially fall, boys. Fall is here. Covered the pool this weekend. That's another big thing where you know that the times are changing and fall is here. But we're excited about it. Still beautiful out. A little bit of rain here and there. Football's rocking. The Detroit Lions are winning. All is well.
That's right. Fall, baby. Best season of the year. Leafs are starting to hit the ground. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, though, even though I was the only one not in attendance, did want to shout out producer Mike and his new wife, Ellen. Congratulations, Mike. To be honest with you, didn't know what was going on. He texted us last week in the group chat. He's like, hey, if you guys can make it Friday, great. I thought he was just asking her to, marry him, like an engagement party type deal. Saw the stuff Saturday morning on the internet, and I was like, damn, this is producer Mike to the T. So congratulations, brother, and wishing you and Ellen all the best here in this next chapter.
Yeah, true Mike T fashion, little bait and switch, little never know what you're going to get, little shadiness, but in the best way possible. Yeah, we got invited. Me and Lou were there. Beautiful night at Father Forgive Me. Might have been one of the nicest days of the year.
Beautiful out.
Beautiful
dude.
night. Beautiful
it was.
night. Beautiful night for the beautiful couple. But yeah, Mike, he blows smoke up my ass all summer about when he's going to propose and this is how he's going to do it and this and that, and before he leaves, I'm like, good luck, brother. We're rooting for you, this and that. Turns out, he'd already proposed, and that day was just his wedding day. Which I respect the hell out of. Just said, you know what, let's get married. Did it in the Guardian building, very Detroit. I don't even know if they want this information shared. Sorry, Mike. I'm just happy to celebrate
you. It was awesome,
yeah. It was great. It was awesome. So they got married, and we celebrated at Father Forgive Me. And, it was a great night, and I'm happy for you. And your new wife, man, congrats. Very exciting.
I wish I could make it, but when I saw the pictures – if I envision producer Mike getting married, that is the exact outfit with the sunglasses to the T that he was going to get married in.
10 out of 10.
I mean, if anyone doesn't, just to describe it to you, and you guys could describe it better, you saw it, but he looked like Johnny Depp out of Blow or something.
Yeah.
With the tinted glasses, the brown suit.
Yeah.
It's a good look for producer Mike. Just, it wouldn't look good on me. Only producer Mike could pull something off like that.
Chandler, you hit the nail on the head. I was so jealous of that outfit, dude. It
Same.
felt like I was in the movie Casino. Like, Mike was just at the craps table. Like, he looked fucking 10 out of a 10. Like, it was a great night, like you said, too. And Mike just, like, slang it all on us where you were like, oh, we had no idea that he got married. Like, none of us did. He's like, yeah, by the way, I'm married. We said, fuck it.
It was awesome.
It was awesome, dude. It was a great night.
Beautiful night, great outfit, great couple. I kept calling him a 70s bass player just to like round out the description of his outfit. It was incredible. All those fit, whether it was Casino, Blow, he was in a 70s band. He made me want to smoke a cig with him is what that outfit made me.
We got to meet the brothers and the dad. I know that you've known them for a long time, Frank, but that was my first time meeting them, and they were awesome too. The dad's fucking hilarious. Like, happy for Mike, like just good people. You can tell he comes from a good background.
Oh yeah, shout out Mike's dad, one of the original supporters of Champaign Athletics, and even before that, before Champaign Athletics, me and Mike we had a website, humor website. You know, he would let us film all the stupid videos at his house, and he's a huge fan of Champaign. If you go on Facebook, it like literally has a top contributor badge on his name because he comments on everything and loves our stuff. So we appreciate you. Mike's dad, producer Mike, and happy to the new couple. Fucking awesome. New chapter.
That's right. And to that point, to cap it off, you met his brother. I think he came to one tailgate, correct? And you see producer Mike, and he's a guy who's got like a missing tooth, like the fingerless gloves with the old hat and the long trench coat. And his brother comes up, and he looks like he's getting ready for the Golden Globes or something. This guy is like gelled, clean shaven, comes to the tailgate well-spoken, put together, and I'm like,
about Mike Chandler?
Yeah.
I'm like, did they come from the same house? Like, that's just not Mike. Mike's got a tattoo of every memory of his life on his body. He's more that grunge type. And then his brother comes up, and he's like ready for run to Fortune 500 company or something.
They are starkly different. Mike is your creative video guy, and
That's right.
His youngest brother is a CPA, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's a marathon runner. Mike, I couldn't see him
yeah.
run it. He's training for a fucking marathon.
We left out pizza from last night. I watched the game here at HQ. There's 2 slices of za left on the counter. Mike asked to eat them today at like 2 p.m. And I was like, dude, don't eat that. Like, order some new Jets. He's like, why? I'm like, dude, that's been sitting there since like 7 p.m. last night. And his brother's running, marathons and stuff. So they're different. They're
There
different.
you go. That's what makes the world go round.
Something like that. But congrats to them. Boys, any updates before we jump into the main topic? Any news from the weekend? Anything we're looking forward to? What's going on?
I had a pretty low-key weekend, to be honest with you, like outside of like watching football and that. Went to the apple orchard, did that type of fall activity. But more importantly, this Thursday, the boys are wheels up, taking our talents down to Myrtle Beach, hitting some golf, Airbnb on the water, drinks, the whole 9 yards. We're looking forward to that. So we got the whole squad rolling.
And that's Lou's bachelor party for anybody who doesn't know what he's talking about. They're taking the trip down to Myrtle. I unfortunately cannot make it, but these 2 boys are heading out. I'll be manning the streets for the Cleveland tailgate solo on Sunday. But I'm wishing you guys the best. That is going to be, you guys are going off the war. It's gonna be a big one. I know that.
I've like poked around and asked some people about Myrtle as a whole.
Myrtle.
And like I get the same response every time. It's like a big carnival there. It's like a beach town with like hot dog stands, boardwalks, and it's like a carnival town. So I'm like, this is right up Lou's alley. Like, there could be no better send off for our brother Lou than going to a big old carnival down south and ripping some golf balls, heaters, drinks, and all that in between.
The center of the carny world.
That's
You
right.
got to go to the core, dude. If you want to be the core, you got to go to the core.
I guess, man. That's fucking great. I'm surprised you're not going to. Are you going to swing? How far is Myrtle from Jacksonville? could hit another
I looked
carnival.
at it. I didn't want to waste the day traveling. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna
So
stick around in Myrtle. The funny part about the trip too is South Carolina, they don't have legal gambling, so we had our buddy set up a bunch of these offshore accounts for us. So we all got our own little offshore
my
account
God.
for the weekend, dude. And this weekend is absolutely fucking loaded with games. I was looking at some of the college games earlier. There's like, I don't know, 10 ranked matchups. Ryder Cup, NFL Sunday, UFC Saturday morning. Like, there is just an absolute onslaught of gambling action this weekend.
That's unreal. So you have like, do you have like a Bovada account type deal, or do you? Okay, or do you guys get like a
Yeah.
VPN? Okay, gotcha. Nice.
Essentially like an offshore. And to lose point, you look at the college football slate: LSU, Ole Miss, Georgia, Bama, Penn State, Oregon. I mean, this is by far the best weekend of the fall for college football. Not to mention Ryder Cup action starting bright and early Friday morning. It's gonna be a really fun weekend, and it's gonna be fun too golfing. We're doing like full on golf trip. This is 9 when we land, within hours of landing. If our plane's late, we ain't playing the first round when we get there Thursday. 18 Friday, 18 Saturday. Haven't really played down south there. I played in Florida, but haven't played in the Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky, anything like that. So I'm excited to get down there. As I hear South Carolina golf, Hilton Head, Myrtle Beach is pretty serious, pretty nice golf. So I'm excited to get down there and play. And most importantly, just excited to get down there with all the boys. Like, nothing like a boys trip. I think we got, what, Lou, 15, 16 guys heading down there. So it is going to be a packed house, and there's going to be a lot of fun in between.
Yeah, dude, that's great. And actually, I kind of like, I mean, if you're headed to Carnival, USA, you know, I think it's actually pretty cool that you have like a gritty offshore sports book. I think that's right. That feels right.
Yeah, it's feels like part of the weekend, 100%.
And with those sports books, right, it's a little different. I mean, maybe yours is set up whatever, but like, remember back in the day, you'd get like some shitty app like betnet.xyz percentage sign.
That's what
like
this is.
Okay, right. So, but it was never like, you didn't have to like deposit to play.
No,
it was just like,
that's what makes these scary. Because
right.
Here's a $5,000, $10,000 limit. You know, the rest is on you.
Yeah, that you can text some guy to up.
Yes.
When like you're down. Yeah, and it's just you just go until you're too scared to get off the ride.
Yep, that's right. So, little flashback. I don't think my BetUS account works still, but they have been sending me print marketing for the last 8 years. So,
oh my God,
maybe I'll try to fire that up if it doesn't work. You know, the old offshore, the old Jamaican account.
Did you ever get a check delivered from DHL? Did you guys ever have that?
Never won. Never cashed out.
I think like Bovada or something like had to it was really funny, man. They sent me the craziest check in the whole world. It was like the size of a loose leaf sheet of paper, and it got delivered from DHL. Took like 3 months. I got it, and then I went to go take it to the bank to deposit, and they started asking me like a million questions. Like, what is this? Where'd you get it? How? This is before gambling's legal. This is before we live in the fucking, FanDuel Sports Network. Like, they're asking me a bunch, and I started like getting fucking nervous. This is like, I don't know, 8 years ago. And she's holding it, and she's like, I just don't think this is like a legal check. Like, I don't think you've like obtained this legally. And I swear to God, I reached over the counter and yanked it out of her hand and ran out of the bank.
How much was the check for?
It was like, I want to say like 800 to 1,000.
Oh wow, okay, that's a nice. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like $200.
That's
I remember
what I was
like
saying. I'm like, all right, lady, just fucking over 200. What are we talking about here?
It was like 800 to 1,000, and she had it dangling. And I was like, I gotta snag this thing from her. She's calling over her manager and shit. Funniest part of the story though was I just went to a different bank, like same bank but a different branch, like 2 miles up the road. Woman looked at it, looked at my ID, cashed it, walked out.
I thought you were going check cashing route.
No, I looked into that. I was looking into that too, but I was like, you know what? I think she was just a stickler. I'm going to try somewhere else. Lady grabbed it, looked at it. She goes, this is weird looking. Where's it from? I'm like, Shanghai. She's like, okay.
Oh, party store would have cashed that without even looking at it.
Yeah, that was my fault for going to the burbs, man. Should have just stayed to the roots.
Straight
No
up.
ID. No ID needed. Yeah, for me, not too much going on this weekend. Pretty low-key weekend on my end. Gearing up for the big week ahead here. Got to watch a lot of football Sunday. That was good, and I'm sure we'll get into it here in a minute. But, Frank, we've been talking about it the last couple episodes, and you're like, oh, Channy Hagler, Channy Antique Guy, Channy this, Channy that. What do I see going on Saturday with you? You're going to Indian Village for some thrift store or for some thrift events? Like, you're surpassing me now. I think we need to do a tailgate at the first antique show at the KSC Fields, 21 and Van Dyke Expressway next spring, because you're into this now. You're the one haggle. You're going to whole street events right now. Thrifting events.
Let's back off.
We're not doing that either. I'm not going to that.
Let's
There's
pump
no
the fucking
fucking
brakes.
chance.
Here's the deal. Channy's like shoving old ladies in lockers on Facebook Marketplace. There's a difference between spending a Saturday afternoon with your wife in a beautiful area of Detroit, looking at big houses and accepting whatever price is out there for you. Like just saying that's the price, great, I will get it. You, on the other hand, are like getting into Facebook message wars with your neighbors about $3 purchases. There's a big difference. You're actually haggling. I'm enjoying what's given to me. I'm taking the game as it comes, if you will.
I mean, we'll talk about it in the next couple episodes, but me and Lou talked this past week. Ask and thou shall receive. When you ask, good things happen to you, and sometimes you just got to throw it out there. Throw the Hail Mary up there. The worst they could say is no, Frank. You're getting shoved in lockers.
This is insane.
You're
This is
getting walked
insane.
all over out there in Indian Village, huh?
I feel like that applies.
Tread mark
Whatever.
on your face.
Whatever. I don't even have the energy for this one. This is stupid. We bought one thing. I spent $1 on an ashtray that I'm gonna give to somebody because the ashtray had my friend's last name on it, and I said that looks cool.
There we go.
Did you see the Jeep I posted?
I did, yeah, the
15
chrome
racks?
one. That was sick.
Fuck.
Sick.
So sick. So dangerous, too. Like, just no. I don't even think that thing had seatbelts. Barely had seats. It was the coolest little Jeep I've ever fucking seen. Someone DM me. You want to talk about haggling and deals? Someone DM me and goes, I got the same one I'll give to you for a third of the price. So don't talk to me. The deals come to me, buddy. Like, I don't even have to haggle.
Did you pull the trigger?
No.
That's not a deal then.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't make a deal, but he offered me a deal.
Lou, speaking of which, we're talking about like an old school vehicle. What's the update? What's the update on the Holiday Mobile?
Dude, actually just picked up the Holiday Mobile Friday. I just picked it up. She's running Friday. She's running
Sunday.
Friday. Picked it up. Yeah, she's running, baby. She's back in action. I'm actually taking it over to the place that does all of our wraps tomorrow morning. They're gonna get some pictures, size it up, and then get the official wrap on there this week, hopefully.
Wow.
And what we're talking about here is the ambulance that Lou purchased for his holiday lighting business. So what should be on the road, wrapped up, ready to roll in next couple weeks here?
Oh yeah, within 2 weeks for sure.
There we go.
Yeah, she's running like a fucking champ right now, dude. I've been buzzing it around, taking it up to Kroger after this.
Dude, need more content. I need eyes on this fucking thing. I am so excited.
I wish if we weren't going out of town, Frank, I swear to God, I would have drove it down to the fucking Browns game this weekend.
For the Browns, it would have been perfect, too.
Oh, my God. Fuck. I
right.
will make it happen. One of the games, we're bringing it down.
Well, honestly, like, it'll be better closer to, like, Christmas time, too. If we can get the lights going with the snow and everything.
Ads.
Yeah, we should do a tailgate out of the back of it, for sure.
Oh, we definitely could, too. It's nice. It's a lot of room back there. Lights all work back there. Cushioned seating. Cuck chair.
Oh, there's a
you go.
cuck chair?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. We
don't judge. We don't judge here at Holiday Lighting Authority. Whatever you're into.
That's right.
That's the branding.
Sex sells.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
When hanging holiday lights.
Christmas lights. Put the Christ in Christmas.
Can't wait.
What'd you do this weekend, Frank?
Honestly, not much.
What about Saturday?
What did I do Saturday? Oh, I thrifted. I bought that ashtray.
There you go.
Yeah. Thrifted. Friday, I had Mike's wedding that we talked about at the beginning. Saturday, thrifted. Sunday was football day. Just a lot of football, which was like a great day to watch football. I feel like it was a very frustrating betting Sunday for your boy personally, and I don't think I'm the only one who was also beat up on Sunday. It seems like everyone made their fucking nut week 2, which always means the next week's going to suck, and I feel like it did. Obviously, a lot of upsets, a lot of things happened. I feel like this is a good segue to get right in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great segue.
Well, so let's do it. Let's not do the rest of the NFL. Let's talk about the game last night. Let's talk about the Detroit Lions marching into Baltimore on a Monday night with all the bright lights to play the Baltimore Ravens and beating them 38-30, a score that was much closer than what that game looked like, in my opinion. Boys, just a fantastic night. Channy, start with you. How do you feel about it? What are your thoughts? Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, Frank, like that whole game, it was close. It was never in doubt, though. I was never not confident. 14-14 going into half. We gave up some things. We were losing early into the second half. But overall, I felt like the Lions were in control from start to finish of that game. I look at it and, I'm going to be fair, and this might not be great podcast or great radio, but I'm not too high because I wasn't too low after week 1. Like, this is what you do when you're an elite team. We are a top 5 team, and I'd argue we're a top 3 team in the league right now. This is what you do. You go on the road, you dominate, you take control of another top team in the league, and you physically beat them down for 60 minutes. I don't want to say I'm underwhelmed or anything like that. I'm just not surprised. This is what we expect.
You're whelmed.
From this exactly. I am whelmed. I'm full at this point. This is what we expect from this Lions team, physically up front, dominating like they did all of these last 2 seasons. The running back, Sonic and Knuckles, 1-2 punch. It didn't matter who was in. Monty was ripping off 70-yard runs. Gibbs was gashing for 5 to 10 every play. You got Amon-Ra. I mean, the guy just doesn't drop a ball. It's insane. He doesn't drop a ball. Jared didn't make any bad decisions that whole game. When he was in trouble, he throws it at people's feet. He gets it to checkdowns, and then he took his shots when he had those looks in the game. I mean, I think really when you summarize and you think about the game, to me, this is what I think of. We had 2, not 1, 2 95-plus yard drives in that game, and I believe in both of those drives we converted a 4th down. If that's not Lions football, if that's not Dan Campbell football, I don't know what is. And I'm not going to get too high or too low, but what I am going to say is this. This is tied for, with the Chiefs week 1 of the 2023 season, the best regular season win in the Dan Campbell era. You should be happy about it. You should be confident about this team. And most importantly, you should be excited for what's to come because we didn't fucking go anywhere. The North runs through us. It always has run through us. We didn't leave. We weren't scared after week 1. We weren't panicking. We're here. We're where we're supposed to be. We're 2-1 after week 3. And we've got a pesky Browns team now that we got to turn around here and play in 5 days. But hell of a fucking win. And, I'm a fan. I'm not like a coach or anything, but like, could you be more proud? Like, it's the proudest win. Like, the way they won, where they won, when they won on national TV. Like, it's fucking one pride on this Tuesday afternoon. Go Lions, baby.
Dude, the pride has never been higher. I couldn't fucking fall asleep last night. I was so amped up, dude.
Juiced.
I was texting a bunch of group chats. I'm like, dude, I can't fucking sleep. Like, I feel like I just played in the game. I was so excited. I never once that entire game felt like it was slipping away from us. That was a Dan Campbell ball sack on the table game. Like you said, the 4th downs were never even a thought. The play calling, I mean, my God, Johnny Morton, dude, what a fucking play calling game. Like, that option play on 4th and 1 that they pitched it out to St. Brown was fucking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There were a ton of plays like that. And like guys even like Laporta, who like on the stat sheet, they don't look like they had an unreal game. I think 3 out of 4 of his catches were on 3rd and long, like in the seam up the middle, like just stepping up, making plays like that. We could talk about Sonic and Knuckles until we're blue in the face. Like that is the difference of having Monty and not having Monty. And you can look back on this exact game last year that we lost 38-6. We had no Montgomery, and Gibbs rushed for 68 yards. When you have 2 guys that can go back and forth like that, who can pound and fucking smack you in the mouth, I mean, that's what you're going to get. And there's not a team in the NFL that can hang with us when we're running the ball like that. And you got to pat the O-line on the back as well. Like, Goff had how much time back there, dude? He had time to throw, and they were just moving people after the first 2 weeks, getting absolutely shit on from everybody in the media, PFF. I mean, across the board, they were getting absolutely shit on. They had the best game of the season, obviously, by far. Yesterday, and the fucking D-line, dude, I texted you guys, I texted 500 chats, Muhammad, nothing else, just fucking Muhammad, because that guy played out of his mind. And I swear to God, if he converts 3 sacks a game, bro, I'll go down to the fucking, I'll convert, bro. I'll go Muslim, all right? Because Muhammad was playing out of his fucking mind, dude. Jack Campbell, like, what an all-star game for him at linebacker. Absolutely smothered Lamar. You can go down the list, boys. That was so much fun to watch, and just fucking, I'm still juiced about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead, Frank.
Absolutely still buzzing. Absolutely still buzzing. I agree with a lot of what you guys said, but I had different emotions than you guys during some points. Like, you guys seemed very confident throughout that whole game. I did not have that full confidence the whole time. I'll be honest. So there was a couple plays that really like got me a little like, ooh, fuck, I'm a little nervous. We could piss this fucking thing away. Number one was the backwards pass play. That really pissed me off. When we did the backwards pass and we didn't challenge it, and then it was 2nd and 19, and we kind of just did like a run and then a screen, and we kind of just conceded. And this was early in the game before like our defense was showing that we could actually stop Lamar and the Ravens. Like, so at this point, it's unproven to me that we can stop the Ravens at all, because all I have to work with is a couple of years ago when we got our shit kicked in. But then defense obviously starts to prove it. We can shut them down. And then the other piece was, like I tweeted out, like, if you knew it was 14-14 at half before the game started, you'd be happy. But knowing how we got there was definitely like a little disheartening and a little frustrating, especially with the Ravens getting the ball back. So you have probably the most, in my opinion, the most exciting first play of the like sequence of the game was when we stopped them on 4 downs inside the 5-yard line. Like, that was incredible. And watching Lamar like break the pocket, go out right, and then when he starts to run, you know, like I would scream every time he started to run, like in horror, because he's incredible how well he runs. And then he pulls up to throw, and you're like, oh, of course there's going to be a guy wide open after he pulls up to throw. And it was like, no, everyone's covered. There's a wall he runs into, fumbles, stops, all of that. And then it was just really disheartening to be up 14-7 with the ball with like a minute 45 left. And our offense, who just did like long methodical drives, like could not hold the ball for longer than a minute 45. And then they score, obviously. So I was a little like dick kicked at those times, but obviously throughout the game, the confidence kept building. You guys mentioned a lot of this stuff, but like the games that we got out of people, like there was like 3 or 4 guys who had the best games of their career in that game, which is like mind blowing. David Montgomery, I think, is the most obvious. Like, I'd have to look at his stats, but at least as a Lion, I mean, he's always been fantastic, but he had video game stats, dude. Like, that was 12 carries, 152 yards, averaging 12.5 a carry, something like that, with a 73-yard run. And my cousin Joe, who works here at Champaign, mentioned this to me. Did you see Monty running on that long run? Obviously, he got caught. Did you see him looking at the screen? Mm-hmm. So sick. That's just like a vet move. Like, that's awesome. Number 2, best game ever, Muhammad. Yeah, that's probably simple. I mean, unless he did that with Indy or something, but I mean, that game was incredible for him. And then Tate Ratledge. I mean, what a fantastic game. PFF's, score through the roof. You got to love to see that with the defensive line. Dude, just Absolutely head to toe an awesome game. I would love statistics on 3rd and 4th down when it's a must make of what percentage of those balls go to Amon-Ra or Laporta. Because I bet you if you put those two together, the number's close to 100%. Those seem to be just our safety nets. If it gets in Amon-Ra's hands, he doesn't drop it, like you said, Chandler. Like he had, like, those were not easy catches. And then to survive the ground afterwards and all of it, like he leaves no doubt. It's actually incredible. And then the other last thing I wanted to disagree with you a little bit on, Chandler, is did you call this the best regular season win or the Chiefs won number one?
I said tied.
Okay. The one I want to throw in the mix, because I don't know really how to rank them either, but I got to put in the Lions beating Green Bay at Lambeau to prevent them from going to the playoffs before the Lions were fucking incredible and awesome. But that one to me to end Rodgers' career is way up there as well, is in that mix.
Definitely a great top 3, and I would agree with that. And, a couple things that I summarized too is, number one, and we always say this, Dan Campbell's Dan Campbell. He did the 4th down calls yesterday. He made them. I don't want to hear anyone complaining later in the year when it doesn't go our way.
Yes.
This is who he is. It's okay. He's not going to make them all. We're not going to change him. He's not going to kick the field goal from 45 later in the year. This is it. So everyone who's cheering right now, just know there will be a time this year where it doesn't go our way. It's all good.
Yep.
This is who we are, and this is the byproduct of it is, guess what? In some games, you look great doing it. In some, you don't. But, hey, that's who Dan Campbell is, and it worked for us this game. Another one I want to shout out, another coach, Calvin Shepard. Some of these looks, I can remember specifically one where Nowoski was like floating around and was a spy on the play, and Lamar stepped up into the pocket and he came and collapsed on him. I don't remember the last time we gave like a NASCAR look, because we've had Aleem McNeil, we've had DJ Reader, we have these big D tackles, but I felt like we were utilizing linebackers inside and really confusing Lamar and giving some looks that we haven't seen under Aaron Glenn with Calvin Shepard here. Great game plan. We said it going into it. You're not going to stop the Ravens. You're not going to hold them to under 20. You've got to be opportunistic. You got to put them behind the chains. And then guess what? Make them punt or force a turnover or two, which is exactly what we did. So kudos to Calvin Shepard. And then you guys mentioned it, the double teams that were taking place, and then like a Ratledge double teaming with Sewell on a D lineman and him getting to the second level and taking out a linebacker. Like Hank Fraley better be he better be eating for free all the way until the Cleveland game, because that was an absolute mauling up front. The technique, the way they were pushing him back, but he didn't have their all-pro D tackle. I don't give a shit. We didn't have 9 of them last year on our defensive front. That's right. Football. So guess what? The way we were just manhandling, it was like nothing looked off. For as off as it looked week 1, it looked perfect in week 3. Yeah. And my last point is this, and it's one that we all scream from the mountaintops. We go as David Montgomery goes. We have said this since the second he became a Detroit Lion, whether we're in person watching the game, at HQ, or separate. You've got to get him rolling. He is your horse. He is your trendsetter for your offensive output, and it was just proven again. You get him rolling, it opens everything else up for the offense. Let's not get away. We love Gibbs. He's a top 5 running back in the league. No one says not to get him the ball. You just can't not give Montgomery the ball as well. If you got to force them 40 times like yesterday, fucking do it. But we need him.
David Montgomery is the most underrated running back in the NFL. I say it with fucking confidence. I was screaming it yesterday. We've said it 1,000 times. Dude, Gibbs rocks, okay? He's electric. I want Monty to start our games. I've said this before. I was saying it 1,000,000 times yesterday. I like going up the gut with Monty, fucking jam him, and then fucking gash him with Gibbs. Like, I thought there was plenty of times in that game on 3rd and short, 2nd and short, whatever it was, that we were handing off to Gibbs up the middle, and like, not saying Gibbs can't go in the middle, not saying Gibbs isn't strong. There's nothing bad I'm saying about Gibbs. Just Monty is a fucking bulldozer. There's a reason one's called Sonic and the other is called Knuckles. Like, Monty gets through that middle and eats clock, and he's honestly the guy I want at the end of the games, like burning the clock down. Not that Gibbs is like an awful second choice. Like he fucking rocks as well. There's no dogging of Gibbs here whatsoever. I want Monty like up the gut. And then Gibbs on the edges.
And he has that perfect build for that too. Like the Jones Drew, like short, fucking wide shoulders, just cuts through the seams. And he had probably 2 plays where he got shoestring tackled. He could have ran for another 60, where he just like you don't see him for like 2 seconds, and then he just appears out of the pile like fucking carrying a body behind him.
I know. They're fucking sick. It's the best running back tandem in the NFL. And Monty's he's so underrated, man. He's so underrated. Like, who's to say he is not a top 10 back?
Frank, I'm glad you said that. I said to a buddy yesterday, he's a top 3 underrated Detroit athlete of all time. And my opinion, you think of like a Tayshaun Prince, right? He was like the glue guy. He got overshadowed. I think of like an Anibal Sanchez, who was unreal. Would have been a 1 or a 2 on any team. He was a 4 on our team during our Tigers run. But Montgomery, he what do you think? Personality-wise, he's the 5th personality on the offensive side, behind Gibbs, behind Sewell, behind Goff, behind Amon-Ra. They all get more spotlight than him, but he's the guy that gets the engine running. An all-time underrated athlete here in the city of Detroit, and without him, we are not this Detroit Lions team that just puts people in tough positions physically like we do. He's
not on the building. He made some comments before the season like, I have a lot to prove, like don't overlook me. And he's not on the building, and like, dude, that was in the brightest moment in the biggest spot. He had the best game of every offensive Lion there was, arguably. I mean, it was awesome. Couple of funny notes I just wanted to throw out here. Number 1, Jared Goff, 2 scrambles yesterday for like 6 yards. Fucking unreal. Dual threat. Not the only running quarterback in the game. I wish they would just note that a little bit. Number 2, Jared Goff's jump throw. You guys remember that one?
That was awful. Where he had the first down.
Yeah. It looked like he was going to take off the run, and then he like jumped through it to Raymond.
Yes.
That was ridiculous. Speaking of Raymond, little bonehead play during the game where he fielded at the 4-yard line on that punt. That was silly.
That was insane. And then they got the holding on it too.
Yeah, so they were on the inch line, and I mean Montgomery went up the gut for like 9, I think, to get us out of there.
That's what he was doing. He knew we were going to go 95 plus yards and ignite the offense.
I thought I saw a stat, which you mentioned, the 95-yard drives. Like the Ravens haven't given up one of those like since pre-Ray Lewis or something like that, and the Lions did it twice in a game. Like they haven't given up a 95-yard drive. I thought that was fucking insane. And then just last like funny note, not last. Aikman talking about onions on the broadcast, literally just talks about Dan Campbell's balls. He's got onions. He's got onions, Joe. We all know he's got big hairy balls. And then, dude, how about Henry crashing out? That was nuts.
Oh my God, that was great. And then he slips and falls into the bench.
Dude, I like Henry, and I was like, whoa, brother.
Yeah. The other one too that I wanted to bring up was the St. Brown hot mic. That was hot. That mic was scalding hot. That came through clear.
That was nuts. That had some fucking bite to it. Like he had to black out. In the post-game interview, he apologized. I don't know if you saw that. He was talking to SVP, and he was just like, and SVP was like, yeah, you're in the moment. Like, it's all good. But it was really funny, contrasted with like the whole intro story of like him speaking German and being in Germany is like so nuts to me.
Yeah.
The difference between his mom and his dad is crazy.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely different. And what I want us to do is like stay in the moment, right? As we cap off this Lions talk. We said before the season, like, our schedule is so hard. Now everyone's like, yeah, but now the schedule is so easy. It's like, guys, let's take it 1 week at a time, right? We got a pesky Browns team coming in next week. And then, yes, we've got Bengals Chiefs that does look a lot easier than when the schedule came out in the spring. But 1 week at a time, don't get too low, don't get too high. But I know us three, we never wavered. Week 1, we got our ass whooped. We're like, so what? All 3 of us took them as Super Bowl. This is what you fucking do. when you're a Super Bowl contender and a Super Bowl favorite. And just remember this feeling, boys. We're going to feel the opposite of this 1 week after 1 week this year. We're going to feel this again several more times this year, and I'm excited for another great season.
There wasn't a single fucking soul in the media around football who took the Lions.
Nope.
And honestly, fuck yeah.
Stay away.
Keep
Love
that.
it. Yes.
Keep that coming.
Stay away.
Keep that coming.
We don't
Fuck
need them.
that rocked. God,
You don't want to see the Lions in prime time. This is a fucking prime time football team. Jared Goff, I think he's 8-2 on Monday night. I think we're 12-2 since 22.
Campbell. Yeah. Since Campball got here.
12-2 in prime time. I mean, that's just, you don't want to fuck with the dogs when the lights are on.
Boys, we were if fucking Branch holds on to an interception and Mahogany doesn't get a 15-yard face mask and they don't score a garbage time touchdown. Now it's like, okay, a football game was played. But like those three plays, if any one of those happened, like this is like a borderline blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The 15-yard penalty on Mahogany, like if that doesn't happen, like it's a bully beatdown. Or the interception.
The most telling was like Lamar's face the whole game when they showed him on the sideline.
Dude.
Even after the first and second drive, he's like, "Oh fuck. Like, we're in for it tonight." Like, his expression was the same when they were losing from the jump on. And then, obviously Derrick Henry with his meme that he did, like, Marlon Humphrey after the game basically was like, "We fucking suck." Like, the Lions just broke them for 60 minutes yesterday.
Twitter's like calling for firing John Harbaugh.
I know. We broke them.
We broke
them.
Yeah, man. And fucking, hey, Lamar looking like freaked out that whole game and like distraught. His hair didn't help that look. It looked like he was electrocuted. Looked like a mad scientist.
No.
Did you know that he always wears a mouth guard the same color of his opponent?
Didn't know that.
Someone told me that yesterday, and he was wearing like a Honolulu blue mouth guard yesterday.
Didn't know it.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Fun fact. Fun fact. Well, let's take a look around the rest of the NFL. Lions got the Browns coming to town next week. Unstoppable force meets the immovable object type deal. You got to respect that Browns defense, and kudos to the Browns. And shout out
the fucking
Chaney
Packers.
Football.
Go get them.
Yeah. Yes. For beating the Packers. He called it the upset of the week, said keep an eye on it. Was a perfect pick. Didn't think they'd win the game, but hell, they sure as fuck did. Browns 13, Packers 10. Really nice week. Really nice week to see the Packers suck dick versus the Browns while we go in primetime and beat Baltimore.
Really good week on that front. Vikings are still hanging around so that we can have like a little spread when we play them and just beat their doors in. They're dead. Vikings are done. It's us versus the Packers. They're done. Bears, they got their little win. They got their little Ben Johnson speech, gave him the game ball. Good for you, buddy, you sucker. They suck too. So it's us versus the Packers at this point in time. The team that, I want to bring up that we just keep talking about, and I know we got them on the schedule here soon, the Bucs, man. I know it was just the Jets, but, like, this team fucking wins, dude. They are so scrappy. Like, I'm not even kidding at this point. Like, I'm not scared. It's just, like, I would almost rather see every team in the NFC than the Bucs. They always give us a tough time. They're a scrappy team. They stay undefeated. I'm looking forward to that game here in, 3-4 weeks? On Monday Night Football when we host them. So that was a big note for me. And
go ahead.
What was that?
Are you still on the Bucs?
No.
I want to stay on the Bucs for a second. Ibuka, he rocks. And
Yeah, he rocks.
Godwin's coming back. And there is one bet that I've taken every single week, besides like Lions bets. I take all the guys that score touchdowns. But there's one bet across the NFL I've taken every single week, and the odds are getting worse and worse, so you might want to jump on this soon. Baker Mayfield, over 15 rush yards. It has hit 3 weeks in a row. I have cashed on that 3 weeks in a row. Yes, last week, this week, whatever you want to say, I think he had 45. Baker is a scrappy guy that will do whatever it takes, and he wants contact at the end of rushes. He is going over 15 every fucking week. I bet you they're going to bump this thing up to 25 soon because we can't have anything nice.
Keep an eye out on Baker. Last note from me. I got to get it off my chest. I've been waiting. I've been hearing it from you guys the past couple weeks. Panthers beat down, maybe the biggest surprise of the week. I exhaled on Sunday afternoon. I mean, that was just an absolute beating. I think the Falcons stink. So
Gutless.
I don't think the Panthers are like world beaters, but hey, get over your 6.5 wins, get over your 7.5, your 8.5. But it was good to see them get a W as my surprise team of the year and get back to 1-2.
Yeah, a couple notes from me. I guess. Go ahead, Frank. You got something?
No, go ahead, Pizzo.
Russell Wilson. Russ, pack it in, brother. Hang it up, Russie. Holy fuck. I did see that they're going with Jackson Dart this week, but that Giants team is dead. Dabble is going to be not far behind fucking Daniels, dude. Not far behind. He's in trouble. And then the other one, too, is like, my God, dude, the Texans. They're, like, really bad. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to C.J. Stroud, but, like, they can't even complete a pass. That was bad. They're, like, they might be dead. Like, they might be dead. I don't know if we're there yet, but that team has absolutely fallen off the fucking wagon. Pat myself on the back. Commanders -3.5. We trust in Mariota. Believe in Mariota. Manders up. That's it, boys. That's all I got for updates around the league.
And let me interject before you go, Frank. The boys, if you listened last week, 3-0 on our bets. Commanders, Chiefs, Browns. You get value when you listen to the Fizz.
You know, there's just some things in this NFL world that you need to take a second look at. You need to make sure Vegas is not tricking you. And then there's some things that you don't overthink and you don't second guess. And you just say, I'm not going to bet against Patrick Mahomes versus the Giants in primetime. I'm not going to do that because I'm not an idiot. So there's just some things you can't overthink. Some things you should. Sometimes Vegas is trying to trick you. And I do think they were trying to trick with that 6. They wanted galaxy brains out there. Don't do it. I have a question for you guys. Serious question. Indianapolis Colts. Are they for real? Are they a real good football team?
Yes. And I think I predicted that start of the season, them to win the AFC South.
You did. I have that note somewhere.
I did predict that. So I think they're real. Are they like top 3 or 4 in the AFC? No, I don't think they're that. Are they a playoff team, and can they win the South? Yes, I do believe that. Danny Dimes, resurrection. I mean, you want to talk about getting punched when you're down. Lou, you brought up the Giants. They've looked like the worst team this year. They look terrible. Their coach is halfway out the door. And then the quarterback that they let go last year after he couldn't do shit for them seems to have a rejuvenated career, looks really good. Dare I say it, almost looks like the Baker Mayfield trajectory, where a bad franchise just gets rid of him, can't get him to do anything, and then he goes to a more stable franchise with an offensive-minded coach, and all of a sudden, hey, seems like he's got a second wind.
Yeah.
So I'm not there yet, but I think they've taken care of business. They've had a softer schedule to start the year. This week will tell us a lot. They got a tough game this week, going out to LA to see Stafford and the boys after the Rams fucking blew one of the worst. That was one of either the worst or the best backdoor covers of anyone's life, that field goal block at the end of the game.
God.
Oh, that was insane. But true test for the Colts. If they get it done on the road in LA, they're for real.
Yeah. If they can beat LA in LA off a loss, I'll be really impressed. But the one thing I do just want to lay out here is like, they've played the Dolphins, the Broncos, and the Titans, and they've won all those games. The Dolphins, obviously, we know are dead. They've never been alive. They were never part of this NFL season. The Titans are also right there with them. I mean, they suck absolute dick. So let's just say those teams suck. I think the Broncos are a good team, but you got to remember that game was completely gifted to them with that field goal at the end. So very curious to see what they do versus the Rams. Man, I would love to be in that division this year.
Terrible division.
It's so bad.
Tighten up.
Tighten up. I want to just take a moment here as I'm scrolling through the games. Like, there was some embarrassing performances on Sunday. The Saints, like, are you a team? Like, what?
You're
It was
done.
like it was 38-0 in like the first quarter. It was insane.
And
You're
they're
done.
rolling into Buffalo this week.
Oh
My God. Oh my God.
Stop the fight,
Dude. Holy
you're done.
fuck. That
dude.
mean.
Like, that's not real.
Think
Like,
about turning the plane around.
and that's one of those where you're like I didn't touch that game because I was like, I don't know. There are two NFL teams playing. No, there weren't. There was the Seahawks in Seattle, which is one of the toughest places to play, and then there was fucking, I don't know, uniforms on the other side. The School of the Blind. They are a joke. Another team I want to fucking lambaste. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Always pathetic. Don't know why I trust you. Don't know why I fell into the stupid fucking trap. Dallas Cowboys. You're fucking losers. You're a loser organization. You're you have a lot of history and you're a great brand. Good for you. You fucking blow at football, and I hate you. You couldn't fucking keep it within 2 scores of Chicago. That's a team you should be on par with. And what are you doing? Handing the ball to fucking CeeDee Lamb in the backfield like his name is Kenneth Walker. What are you doing? He snapped his leg like a wishbone, and you deserve that because you put your best skinny little wide receiver you fucking put him in the I formation. What are you doing? And to cap that all off, Eberflus, you're a pathetic loser, man. You played against your old team, head coach. Show some fucking gusto. Have some guts. Put together a game plan. Fire up the boys. Nope, you give up 31 points. You lose by 3 scores. You stink, man. You stink.
Yeah, it's tough out there. I feel like this year there's like not as much parity in the NFL. Usually it's like, oh, hey, they could come out of nowhere. It's like the haves and have-nots have already shown their faces this year. There are about 8 teams that we could probably put in dead in our obituary section this week. And I think there's about 2 or 3 more that are trending that way if they lose next week.
I agree, man. This is the year to win the Super Bowl. There is not a lot of good teams. There's a lot of fucking dog shit teams.
And what do we do? What do we do with the Falcons? Like, what? How do you lose 30-0 to the Panthers? Okay,
The vaunting Carolina defense.
What? 0 points? Nothing.
It's what happens when you go into Charlotte. It's a
You cut
tough one.
you cut Koo. That's what you get. You got to
That's
bring
right.
Koo back.
Did you see his first kick?
No.
Oh,
Boot.
you didn't see the guy's first kick?
It was insane.
Oh yeah, the
was-
shank on that landing.
It was a
you mean?
carnival kick, dude. It was a carnival kick. It looked like you and me were lined up for a $50,000 kick at
On
a
game
fucking
day.
carnival. Yes,
Yes.
dude.
I couldn't
it wasn't-
imagine cutting Young Ho, dude. I would never cut Young Ho.
Dude, it didn't hit the netting. It hit nothing. It hit like a child, it didn't hit anybody.
Call you Ho.
Dude, there was a few eye bleeders, this week. Cardinals, Niners, that was an eye bleeder of a game.
Oh my,
Yeah, that
dude,
was-
the Cardinals have the worst wide receivers I've ever fucking seen. Marvin Harrison Jr. looked like he had oven mitts on trying to catch a football, dude. That was
Dude, I thought he was
embarrassing.
blind.
I
He was
mean,
like cross-eyed looking at the ceiling on like a
I know you
lob
hate
pass.
Kyler, but my
Hate him.
God, dude, these guys were fucking muffin hands, dude. 2 cement bricks tied to their fingers.
Kyler was like asking for a safety. He like got one too. He like went in and out of the end zone like 4 times.
Oh
I
my
don't know,
God.
man. Funny week, and just it's fucking nice when your team doesn't look like one of the other ones. I mean, fuck, we did it for 30 years, so.
Yep.
But we're not there anymore.
Well, let's move on to a team that is playing like one of the shit teams that we just mentioned. I'll let Channy lead it off. Boys, Detroit Tigers are in free fall, and like they're on the very edge. They're 1 game away from like the greatest division collapse in MLB history. If I'm saying that right, it's got to be in the range of that. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4. They've lost 6 straight, 3 at home to the lowly Braves, and now they're on the road versus the Cleveland Guardians with a chance with the Guardians with a chance to fucking put the nail in our coffin, maybe for our entire playoff hopes. It's a disaster.
I am one of the biggest Tiger slappies you can meet. I don't think that franchise does much wrong, even though there's a lot of holes in it. It is indefensible. Indefensible what's going on right now, what is happening. Nothing is working. The hitting's not there. The starting pitching's not there. Great trade deadline, DFA and Charlie Morton already. The bullpen has been terrible on certain nights. I know Sunday they blew the game with Vest in it, or Saturday, they blew it with Vest in it. Just nothing's working. Last year, in our last 40 games, we could do no wrong, and every move was going right. It feels like it's the exact opposite, and no matter who's on the mound, and no matter what we're playing, where we're playing, who we're playing, we can do no right. Good thing is this. We have 6 games left, and we're still winning our division. And we play the team directly behind us. I don't know where I'm at right now, guys. I really don't. At the start of August, I was scared. I cashed out my AL Central ticket, if you remember. I actually listened to it to make sure I brought that up on air. Cashed out my AL Central ticket, said the Guardians could catch us. And then in mid-September, I said, nail in the coffin, it's over, get ready, start resting up for the playoffs. And now I'm just to the point, honestly, guys, where it's like, I don't care what happens. I just want the playoffs here. If we're in it, it's fine. If we're not, it's fine. I just want this roller coaster over with because I cannot take it anymore. We've got 3 games coming up here.
Oh, my God.
We've got our AL Cy Young winner, the best pitcher in baseball, going for us tonight. This is the season. We declared it last week against the Bears. If you win, it doesn't mean you're getting in the playoffs or your season's done in a good way. But if you lose, your season's over. And we said that last week against the Bears. And I truly believe tonight's game, Tigers at Guardians with Scooble on the mound, is that game for the Tigers. 6 games left. Best pitcher in baseball. You have got to win tonight's game. And you have to take 2 out of 3 against Cleveland in Cleveland this week. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're not going to make the playoffs if you don't do it. I firmly don't believe that. And I'm not going to get there, but the conversation we might have next week at this point in time could be, what are you going to do with Tarek Skubal in the offseason? Because if they don't make the playoffs, if they don't make a run, there ain't no fucking reason to keep him around for another year and see what happens and see if we can have a run. Nope, it just can't happen. Everyone's like, who's to blame? That's not my question. It's who's not to blame. Every person in that organization, from choir boy Charlie, who sings "Call," to AJ Hinch, to the fucking people in the media room who are quiet as church mouses and scoff at us when we cheer. Everyone in that organization is at fault right now because guess what? It's from the top down. Illich, Harris, Hinch, Mize, you go everywhere. It is every one of their faults, and I don't want to just hear about the trade deadline. I don't just want to hear about ownership, and I don't just want to hear about the manager. They are all to blame, and the best part about it, boys, you still have a chance, and you still are in the driver's seat to win your division and host a playoff series in the first round.
I've never heard you speak like that where you just are like done. You're like fed up with it. It's crazy. It's crazy to hear you this mad at the Tigers and be completely fed up. But like, I couldn't agree more. I mean, they are nauseating to watch. They aren't enjoyable to watch whatsoever. And you're just wondering like where this swagger and confidence went of this scrappy little team that now can't win anything. And it would it wouldn't blow my mind because sports are crazy, but they need a crazy swing in momentum. Like I don't see them going into Cleveland. Cleveland is riding with the most confidence at home, swinging freely, feeling good. And we're just nervous and scared and everyone looks tense. And it's a landmine, a grenade, every pitch and at bat. And with every missed pitch and every strikeout and every run we give up, it is like a knife that is just slowly twisting in us. And I don't know how you get rid of that within a team overnight, but Hinch has got to do it. you got to do it if you want to salvage this season. They need to fight like hell. Everyone in that organization has to do whatever they can to make the playoffs, because this will be an unforgivable, epic collapse. That for everything that was amazing about last year, it's so insane that it's happening to us the other way. Like, it's absolutely crazy how dramatically it's happening to us the other way. And I can't believe it. There's one person not to blame, and that's Tarek Skubal. That's it. That's the one note I had from you.
The most ironic quote from this season for the Tigers is when Scott Harris was asked why he didn't move prospects at the deadline. His answer, and I'm paraphrasing it, was something along the lines of, we didn't want to move guys where it would haunt us for years to come. I'll tell you what's going to haunt you for years to come. A 14-game lead on the division with 60 games left, and you blow it. You want to talk about haunt you for
That'll
years
be your
to
legacy.
come?
That'll be your legacy.
You want to talk about just turning a franchise in a complete 180? This season will haunt you from years to come, as opposed to one of your second basemen who has a 10% chance of becoming an everyday MLB player that you just couldn't get rid of at the deadline. I think fans would be a lot less frustrated if we made moves and this was happening. It's like, hey, we did everything we could. It didn't work out, right? You throw your chips in, and if you lose, you lose. But I think why this frustration is built across the city is because everyone knows we didn't do everything we could this season because we're playing for the future. Well, this is what happens when you play for the future.
And honestly, like, dude, the biggest thing from a PR perspective that Harris could have done is just go get Verlander. Like, I don't get it. Like, you go get Verlander, you're going to make so many fucking slappies happy. You're going to make me happy. You're going to make a lot of people, even if he sucks when he's here, like, at least you went and got Verlander to give us that. But you went and got Charlie Morton. Like, why? You got us a bunch of, like, trash heap scraps, like, from the IR, and, like, said, I'm doing something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like your boss walks by, you start clicking the computer, you minimize your screens, like, look at all the work I'm doing. He didn't do anything. He did a lot of moving and, like, hoping that it would work out, and none of them are working out, except kind of Finnegan, who also got hurt and gave up a home run last game. Like, it's just infuriating to me. It's infuriating to me. The deadline and Harris is where I'm looking the most. And God knows what's trickling down from the very top. But I mean, it's just fucking awful. And, like, here's their last chance. They got 6 games. They got 6 games to get guys like us back invested.
No, it's great, man. We got Alex Cobb coming. Oh, no, we don't.
Yeah,
sorry.
he's got fucking needles in his hip.
Yep, I remember that one now too. Well, at least McGonagall get. Oh no, we didn't do that either. Why they're not making moves is just so. It's so Chris Ilitch. It, like, just smells like Chris Ilitch with what's going on with this team right now, of just, like, the cheapest possible way to try to extrapolate everything out of this team. I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees got bounced this offseason if they're like to AJ Hinch, hey, what do you want? How much you want? What control do you want? Come to the Bronx, because guess what? At least we'll spend money and give you talent to work with. This team is we are bordering the biggest collapse, not in Detroit sports, in professional sports history. In professional sports history, the biggest collapse in professional sports history.
We lost guys too that just never got replaced, like Job, Olsen. I mean, even fucking guys like Vierlane. Like, Cobb was a part of the plan. He was never replaced. Like, we just keep bringing up new guys and, like, hoping it works. The power of friendship, the power of grit.
It's infuriating. And I'll end this on a neutral to positive note. It can all be erased. We do good this week. We get in, and guess what? Nothing matters. Because next week, everyone's 0-0 again. And it's a whole new season. And typically, what we've seen from the Tigers this year is when they come out of a shitty spell, they have a good 2 to 3 weeks following that. MLB playoffs are about 3 to 4 weeks long. So I'll be waving my towel. I guarantee you I'll be at a playoff game when they make one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not dead on this team. I'm just tired. I want it over, and I don't really care about the results at this point.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah, you do. Very much
I like
so.
the Tigers.
Very
I'll
much
be
so.
I'll be watching them tonight.
Recording a podcast about it. Yeah. Well, boys, what else we got? Any last notes before over under?
I think we should just touch on it real quick. Ryder Cup this weekend. USA Europe doesn't happen, but every 2 years. I look forward to it. I love team golf, not in the live format, but an actual serious competition where fireworks and music aren't going off in the background. But Ryder Cup this weekend, going to be great. US, Europe, a lot of star power. I think it just adds now that you have live and these guys don't always play together at the same time. But going to be a good spot for revenge for Team USA here this weekend. Seems like Europe has the better roster. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but top to bottom, I look at Europe and I'm like, oh shit. Like man to man, 1v1, 2v2, etc., etc. I feel like they're a little more talented than us. But as we see usually in the Ryder Cup, home field is a big thing. Home field is a huge advantage in the Ryder Cup, and I'm hoping that our boys from America can pull one out here at Bethpage Black.
Yeah, I'm with you, Channy. I'm looking forward to Ryder Cup. I was seeing a couple things about it. Weather looks like it's going to be a little bit shaky this weekend. They're saying one thing to keep an eye on, and then the other thing I saw that they were doing for the first time, the players on the U.S. are getting paid to play in this Ryder Cup, whereas Europe, they're not getting paid. So Europe's kind of putting it as these guys don't give a fuck about the actual golf portion of it. They just care about coming over, making the money, doing that song and dance. We're here to play golf where golf started. So they got a little bit of that back and forth going on. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad we're the underdogs. You know, look at the Lions this past weekend. Everyone picks the fucking Ravens. Perfect. Good. Everyone's picking Europe. Good. I like our chances, bro. We got a bunch of dogs out there. When you got the best player in the world, anything can happen. When you got the best pitcher in the world, Chandler, anything can happen. You know that. We're going to get that win tonight.
Team Europe's got a squad.
Yeah, they do. They're
loaded.
nasty.
They're loaded.
Team Europe has a squad.
They are loaded.
They don't have Scotty, though.
They don't.
The power of Scotty. Scotty just wins everywhere he goes. What's the record at? When was the last time we won?
2 times ago when we played back in America.
We're on a 2-game losing streak.
No. I think we lost the last one and won the prior one. I think the last time it was in America, we won the Ryder Cup, I believe.
Okay.
Wasn't that when Tiger was captain? I think Tiger might have been captain that year.
You would know best. I don't know. I do not know. Well, good stuff, boys. Do either of you have an over-under on the top of your head?
Top of my head? No, I don't have one on the top of my head.
Anyone got one written down? I'm always so bad at this.
Okay. I got one.
Nice.
I'll think of one just from the weekend. You know, I was doing it over the weekend and I kind of got called out on it. And I don't know if we've done this one in a while, but over or underrated, a cheese pizza.
Dude, so funny you say that.
A cheese pizza.
Yeah. It's underrated. It's underrated. Without a doubt. Cheese pizza is underrated. It's simple. It's classy. It's easy. There's nothing to think about. My wife stopped eating meat randomly a couple of years ago, or started to try to stop eating meat, especially pigs. And so pepperoni came off pizza, and I thought it was the worst thing in the world. I thought it was a nightmare. How could I ever have pizza without meat on it? This is so silly. Last night, ordered Jets, got half cheese, half pepperoni. Pepperoni was for the guys. I ate the cheese. I actually prefer it. So I like cheese pizza, especially a thin crust cheese pizza. And meatless pizzas are actually I'm into them. I like them a lot. Like a margarita, probably one of my favorite type of pizzas. So I'm going to say cheese pizza is very underrated.
I would have to agree with you. It's like the original pizza. That's what pizza, you go order a pizza, you get a cheese pizza. That's the original pizza. So it's hard to say that's overrated. Always tastes good. Love a cheese pizza. At the end of the day, am I going to order a cheese pizza though? Probably not. I'm a topping guy. I like to keep it south of 3, but north of 1. So 2 is going to be that special number for me on the toppings. But overall, I got to go with cheese pizza's underrated.
2's a company, 3's a crowd. I say this because what I've been doing on my pizza orders lately, I'm skipping the cheese bread and getting like a small thin crust cheese pizza instead. Like the regular loaded
So
pizza,
funny.
pepperoni, jalapeno, hot honey. That's the spicy pepperoni. Check it out at Our Family. Shameless plug if you're out in Shelby Township. Great pizza. Long and short, though, the cheese pizza on the side, and to your point, Frank, the thin crust cheese specifically, fucking awesome to have as a little accent to your regular pizza order. I don't care. Call me a kid. Call me I don't have taste buds. I don't have an appetite, whatever. I'll fucking sit at the kid table too. Cheese pizza's underrated. You grow up, loser.
It's like cartoon pizza. I feel like it's like Ninja Turtles or like Goofy movie pizza.
That's right.
It rocks. I don't care. I love it. I fucking ate like 4 slices last night watching the Tigers beat the doors off the Ravens.
Lions.
I like
Yeah,
how in all the
Tigers do
cartoon like Ninja Turtles,
do
like the cheese is just like flying off the
Gooey.
pizza whenever they. It's like that looks like shit.
It's piping hot.
I do want to bring us some light before we break for the podcast. Breaking news today, Reese Olson throwing a bullpen session. So, if we make the playoffs, potentially Reese Olson back in our rotation. See the light, Tigers fans. See the light.
Good thing you don't care though, Chan.
Yeah, now you care now.
I told you, I'd be at Comerica for a playoff game. I told you that.
That is episode 201. We appreciate all of you listening. We appreciate the support. Go follow us on all our channels. Support our sponsors. Hey, I hope everyone has a great week and weekend. Good luck on all your bets. You boys, safe travels to Myrtle. I'll be thinking of you, especially on Sunday. I'll send you some vids. I hope you guys do the same. Good luck with your offshore sports book. I hope you win every bet you take. And everyone else, we will see you next week.
Have a great week, everybody.
Peace.
See you.